Hello, beloved, and welcome to this sacred space where I am daily sharing messages from Akasha, the purest space of my heart, where I am dialoguing directly with my higher self to deliver messages, words from my higher self to yours. For today, I asked what was needed. And the answer it is that today we need to talk about esotericism. We need to talk about the hidden truth. And to do it, we use art, we use images. In particular, I've been guided to use my deck of oracles, all of me, which is a gathering of my paintings, my esoteric paintings and drawings. So we work with images because this is the language of our inner world. And so we make an esoteric act today. We access our innermost hidden and deepest world, and we let an image to emerge from there. So before to go straight, this is a little bit different than the other days because usually I channel the message through the writing. I always write and then I reread the message. But today there is no writing. I am recording as I go and I'm here with my deck. So in a moment I'm going to pick a card. Before to do this, I remind you that you can book your Akashic reading, and what I will deliver to you, it will be a message from your higher self delivered through my higher self to you. You can ask up to 3 questions that are burning within yourself for which you desire to receive guidance, clarity, support. So go ahead and click the link which is shared below this video. All right then, so let's get started. I have my oracle deck here with me. I haven't shuffled the cards. I am simply touching it and letting the energy to flow, and there is one card in particular that wants to come out. Is this one. I have taken it and I am going to turn it with you. And she is the goddess of the tides. She comes with a message: I speak, I bleed, I change. I remember vividly this esoteric painting. I have been painting it on March the 8th, yes, it was a Women's Day, I remember. I do not remember the year. Probably it was 2019. Anyway, I do remember the day, and what was needed, it was that feminine power which was asking to emerge. It was a very profound call from, yes, the most hidden parts of myself, that voice shouting, let me come out, let me emerge, let me speak up, let me voice my truth. And so I started painting waves, I remember. So we were with the elements of water. We are with the elements of water. And this talks about changeability. Water is changeable. It can become solid, it can become a gas, it can become steam, so many forms it can take. And this is a metaphor for all the forms that we can take as well, and for all the forms that we can give life to as well through our manifestations. Before to come here in this sacred space, I was researching something on internet, and a quote came to me that all the different forms of manifestation which we can see in our outer world, and ourselves included, are all forms of the same absolute existence, the same absolute being. So we are all God power. And then we take several infinite different unique forms. So with this image today, the goddess of the tides, we are talking about this changeability, our power to change ourselves, therefore our reality, the reality where we live in, where we dwell. The reality is changeable, is malleable, is moldable. Can we say this? I don't know if this word exists. Anyway, I just have given life to it as I'm speaking it. So we mold reality. We create realities. We choose realities. This is the power of the tides. The tide is movement, is being, you know, in different forms. When the tide goes within and it goes in the direction of the sea, and then it comes up and it goes in the direction of the shore, there is movement, perpetual movement, and changeability. And in this changeability we have power. In particular, what emerges today is the power to voice our truth. So the vocal chakra, the throat chakra is activated. Then there is the power of bleeding. This is something specifically for women. Women bleed. There can be some women who do not bleed. This is not the point. The point is that in the form of a feminine being, that form is drawn somehow to bleed. So this is a very feminine characteristic, a very feminine element. And what is bleed? Bleed represents movement again and the changeability again of the egg. So the changeability of life and the seasons of life as well. The egg is born, then it reaches a peak of fertility, and then it can be fertilized, and in case it is not fertilized, it becomes food for the soul. As the leaves that are leaving the tree, when they become dry and they do not serve the tree anymore, well, they fall on the ground and they serve the roots of the tree. They become earth again, they become soil and they fertilize the soil. So it's a cycle. And so the blood represents the cycle of life, the changeability of life, the movement of life. And then the third power, which is included in all of the others, is I change. The change ability, this movement again. Looking at this portrait of mine, there is movement everywhere because the goddess emerges from the waves, from the movement of the tide. And so she is movement herself. She knows that embodying all her power and her powers, she is perpetually moving. So speaking up, bleeding, and changing are all powers of this form that we have taken, the form of the God state. We are gods and goddesses, and we are gods and goddesses of the tides. So we are sovereigns of the movement. This is another way to say it. And By saying this, we are sovereigns of the movement. We mean that we hold the scepter of the perpetual movement of existence. And as we know this, as we are aware of this, we are in power. I invite you and encourage you warmly to stare at this goddess and to collect from her your own unique message beyond the words that I've just shared with you. You are a unique being, you are a unique form of God. And so get your message, get your specific message beyond this one that I shared. Let me know below in the comments. In case you want to share it with us all. As usual, the most interesting part starts when we comment and share our experiences. And this is it for today. Many blessings. Take care. Much love.